All right, what's up, everybody? I'm Ami. How you doing? It's Sunday night. We're going for casual quali tourney Sunday tonight. Lost the cravata, lost the co-casters. Had a nice chat with some of you guys before we started. Hope everybody's in a good mood. We've already seen a great game today. If you guys were watching Vindicare's stream earlier, his game 1 against love, glory, peace, revival, revolution, recognition, condescendence, and sadness was quite excellent. His game 1. It wound up with 4 T-34s attacking a Tiger and a skirted up Vet P4. There were 2 Rams executed. It was quite an amazing game. We never really knew who was going to win until that last big attack by the T-34s. It felt like real World War II on the Russian front. T-34s in mass against the big Oster Tiger and P4. It was good stuff. So props to those guys for entertaining us already today with an excellent game. Let me just check how we're doing in the chat. I think you guys can hear me, or you'd be complaining by now. This hat is this is my bad hair hat, so I can hide from you guys. I need a haircut really badly. Yeah, this is the Hudson Harbor Hawks. They're a Cape Cod League baseball team, if anybody knows about Cape Cod baseball. They play out of Hyannis in Massachusetts. But we don't care about that. We care about Company of Heroes 2. All right, we got our 3rd quali tournament. Has been running since yesterday. Let me give you guys a look at the announcement. Turns out that many of our players are seeded players. So here are 2 of them we're going to see tonight. This is OMG Pop. We saw him last week fighting Von Ivan. That series went to 5 games. Well, guess what, folks? He is back. I think this is actually the 3rd time we've broadcasted OMG Pops on a quali tourney Sunday evening. So maybe 3's a charm for him. He is going up against the aforementioned Vindicare X. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Vindicare X, shown here, was our number 4 seed. So we've got our top 4 seeds today. Yes, I am good at seeding. Thank you very much. Yeah, the 1 seed is OMG Pop. The 4 seed is Vindicare X. So they're going to go at it. And also, let's see, above Vindicare, here we have Barton. Barton's going to be playing tonight. He's actually going to be showcased in the first series that we're going to show you. BartonPL, representing Poland. The red and white striped flag will be fighting against DevM. DevM, that's right, Co-1 legend and winner of Sunday Night Fights Season 4. The damn evil, vicious mouse out of Portugal, all geared up. I love that he took, put on a cap and a great coat for that pick. It's a really great shot of him. Let's see if he can make it. He's also been in a couple of these contender quali Sundays, but not yet in an actual contender bout. So let's see if he can make it to next week and get his picture back on the SNF fight cards that we love by Spezzi. Computer Heat, of course, wrote this preview of today's game. So props out to Computer Heat, who has really come into his own as a great writer for Kotu.org. This he knows how to do the hype spirit with the fight card language, and he knows how to hype these fights. I really appreciate all of his help. So shout out to you, Computer Heat. Here's OMG Pop, his ladder card, and Vindicare X. We're going to get to those guys next, but right now we're going to start this day with DevM versus BartonPL. I'd like to show you quickly how they got here. Let's see. I believe this is the correct key. Yes, it is. All right. So you can see the path that they took. This is the overall Sunday Night Fights Season 5 brackets poster. We're slowly but surely filling in the names. This moment marks the sort of halfway point as far as the quali tournaments go. You can see that Quali 1 and Quali 2, the top half of this poster, is complete with Andy's Rippin' and Von Ivan both representatives of the COH Experts clan already securing their spots in the semifinals. They are awaiting opponents. Whoever wins next week's contender bout number 3 will face Von Ivan in January when we come back with the real big money games for this season. Quickly, let me zoom in a bit so you can see the paths today. OMG Pop had a relatively, no offense to his opponents, but it could be that his toughest fight was against Captain Obvious in the first round. Captain Obvious used a Steam name Captain Hobo something or other, and I actually didn't recognize him, so he didn't get seeded at all. And that's what happens. Bad seeding, you wind up having 2 very good players who shouldn't face each other until later rounds, facing off very early. And so OMG Pop had to beat Captain Obvious just to get out of the first round. That might have been his toughest match. No offense to Gauleiter and Dadokiz in X. But I think OMG Pop had a relatively easy time with those. So hopefully that hasn't softened him up too much, as Vindicare X has had his his knife sharpened on the bodies of love, glory, peace, sadness, sorrow, hopefulness, regret, and other tough players. And now down in the bottom bracket, we can see DevM had to get through Once Over, who's a relatively new player to me. We should probably get him in an invite so we can get a pick of this guy and learn a little bit more about him. But Once Over has consistently made it to round 4, I think, but never passed it. He keeps running into tough components like DevM. You can see Barton 2-0'd Siberian, and that whole series took about 20 minutes. No kidding. I think the first game was 11 minutes, and the second game was 9 minutes. Don't know what was up with Siberian today, but his head was not in the game. So Barton had an easy time with him. I think we all saw it on Sib's stream earlier. Appreciate that Sib streams his games. We love seeing these early round games on these live streams. Okay, folks, as Stefenfu's music goes to the air sirens, let's go in game and get this underway. Let's see. Shout out to Nullist. All right, there it was. You got it, Mr. Verbose, or should we say superfluous in the forums. All right, let's go in game. Oh shoot, I guess I actually got a tab in game. That might help. Oh man, okay, sorry, I'm totally not prepared. Oops. Okay, I'm completely not prepared. I have to get their names up here, so bear with me one more second. Co-caster, please tell a story while I sort this out. Oh, I don't have a co-caster. That's right. Okay, so BartonPL and DevM. Let's have DevM be red. That just seems to suit him. And BartonPL, you will be blue. Okay, and who's who at first? Let's just guess and fix it later. I got a 50-50 chance of being right. Okay, there we go. I think it's set up. All right, let's see. Let's see if I guess the coin toss. Is it right? DevM being blue. No, we want Barton to be blue. Barton being the... Yes! I got it! I'm so lucky. Really, I had no clue. Okay, the gods are in my favor tonight, folks. Here we go. Game 1 of round 5. Coming up right now. Bing. There it is. Where is it? I'm so sorry. Let's see. I'm having some hotkey spastic. Forgetting my hotkeys. Why can't... Oh, my God. Okay, I know what the problem is. You try to do one new thing, and you dig yourself a hole. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Apologies. This thing. All right. Now you see how difficult it can be to do all of this by yourself. All right, here we go. Finally. Representing the Soviets in the blue trunks, BartonPL. Representing the Oster in the red trunks. Damn Evil Vicious Mouse, winner of SNF Season 4. These guys are both longtime co-veterans. What is going on now? There we go. Here we go. We've got control. All right. control.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Okay. Wow, that got me a little rattled. Wrong colors. Are you kidding? Barton. No, come on. It's the right colors. Don't stress me out. What are you doing? The colors are correct. Oh, they're flipped. Okay. I need to flip like Barton over to the left and DevM to the right. I think you guys, with your high RTS brains, can handle the fact that they're on the wrong sides is all. I mean, jeez. Give me a little break. All right, color's good. That's right, Moonchild. Okay, this is what we've seen. This is a little bit different. If you remember all of our previous... Look, they took a little peek in here just to get eyes, and then they hopped back out to do the capping. Very nice little tactical maneuver. If you remember, previously, all of our Sunday Night Contender fights were on Samoski Winter. Well, I decided to change the map list around a little bit. I think the monkeys got loose and actually put General Hell in the cage yesterday. So he wasn't around to tell me not to do it, and I managed to change the map list around a little bit because basically, you know, I'd like to do games in a row on a different map. So we have Samoski Summer. So same map, different season. There's just units everywhere. I'm still struggling to get accustomed to this starting with 500 manpower. Okay, this is what we've seen on both Samoski Summer and Winter in last week's fights between Von Ivan and OMG Pop. You see these combat engineers rushing the fuel and then garrisoning this house, and it's very strong. And these grenadiers, what are they doing crawling? It's just combat engineers. Get up! They can't just stand here and fight because they'll take so much damage that it's not worth it. And this squad gets out here in time that it's just pointless to even challenge this. We've seen a lot of guys take this unit and go down here and try to disconnect the point. But now the conscripts are here, and it will be difficult for them to even make their way down there. It's interesting, now the combat engineers of Barton move down to connect. Show you a little tac map. This fuel is not yet connected. You can see it flashing. But once they get down there, look at the center. Garrison, 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 and garrison. So company of houses in full effect. Thankfully, houses will be adjusted in future packs. We've already seen steps towards adjusting them in that flamers against houses have been buffed, but, you know, most Soviets tech Molotovs, and that's great for them, but for early game Axis, here's a nice nade, and wow, Barton just sucks it up, but does not take a lot of damage. That could have been very punishing. It wasn't. But the point I was trying to make for Wehrmacht, with just the ability to upgrade flames on Pioneers, it's not really enough. For the Wehrmacht very early game, it's difficult for them to get all those conscripts out of all those houses. So we'll see how that can be adjusted and if those numbers can be tweaked a bit. I would just like to see that small arms fire, you know, if a unit is outside of a house in cover, small arms fire should do a lot more damage against houses. And of course, snipers should be able to pick guys out of windows. I mean, you know, like putting dudes in a house should not be a counter to snipers. It should be an anti-counter. Uh-oh, careful, DevM, careful. Off you get. Hot tail it. Back to base you go. Uh-oh, tough retreat. Whole squad there to pick you off. And you, sir, are the first lost squad on our December 1st episode of Sunday Night Fights. Did you guys open December 1 on your advent calendar and get a piece of chocolate or maybe a plastic toy? Or are you too old for that? DevM now suffering that first squad loss. Barton has his 5 conscripts out. That's no surprise. DevM trying to reconnect the right-hand side. It's going to be trouble for him. He's got good resources coming in the north, but wow, that might have been conscripts screaming in agony as they burned at the remains of the nade. The nade is now extinguished. And we're playing house musical chairs. They can break our bodies, but not our will. DevM's moving south. He wants to get those munis back after he chases off these engineers and caps this point. He'll be able to reconnect, but all of these conscripts are still right up in his face. And, we've seen even this house used. A squad can go in here, hurdle here, and hop in this house and just be an incredible thorn in the side of the Wehrmacht. All right, we have Tier 2 up. The Sonderkraftfahrzeug, special purpose vehicle, is out and about. He's got PIOs there. They can either garrison or repair. That everybody can reinforce. And let's see how DevM uses this unit to try to expand his influence in the center. No teching yet from Barton. He's only now getting 18 aids. And so he's going to sort of hang back a bit and wait for those to complete. They're in now. We can start chucking them if this SDKFC gets too close. It's moving to harass in the north. The consolidation of the right attempt is still occurring. Very nicely microed out of the house. Avoids the Molotovs. SDKFC makes his way across the little river. And a house is stolen. These guys are really low health. It's hard to know if the flames are still damaging the house. It's hard to know when to get in. There's the first 18 aid. We have the damaged engine. But we have enough grenadiers to chase the conscripts out of this position. And this is important. This will help DevM connect the entire right-hand side and this ammo and this point here. They'll be getting resources. He's surely... Oh, that's strange. I wonder why he retreated them instead of just simply reinforcing them. I don't get that. That might have been a misclick. Wow, we have a sniper from DevM. Sexy. I like to see it. Okay, teching is finally going on. We have a 2-tier move from Barton. He put up tier 2 and then straight went into straightly. I'm sorry, I apologize. And then went straight into tier 3. So we can look for a T70 or perhaps a T34 from him. All right, DevM being conservative, not suffering too many manpower losses. Now moving his force, 2 Grens and his half-track into the center. These conscripts are rushing back in. They're going to sort of try to spread their shoulders in the center, maybe hop in a few houses. Barton did not want to mess around with this sniper or trying to harass this point. They're both being very conservative. I like this. It means that there's going to be decent unit preservation. I mean, except for that one squad loss by DevM. I like that both players are building their armies. When they keep their early tier units alive, we get to see some really great combined arms in the middle game. DevM did go ahead and cough up the 120 munis to upgrade his half-track to a Flammenwerfer. And he will now try to fry these conscripts to the crisp. They don't attempt to 18 aid, and look at this retreat path difficulty. Oh my goodness. They're shuffling left, they're shuffling right, and they're dying. They're dying quickly, giving Gren's vet. But it looks like they will make it back to base. Now this squad wants to throw the 18 aid. They do get it in. We'll keep an eye on that. But as that skirmish continues, let's go and have a look at what Barton is doing to harass in the south, just moving a couple conscript squads over. All right, this tier is up, and the T70 is almost finished. We'll look for it to hit. It will be, of course, the hard counter to this half-track. Let's hop over to DevM really quickly and see what's perhaps coming next. It's a pack, and it's already set up in the center. So that's the next stage of the game. Barton's T70 versus DevM's pack. How will it fare? He's going out to stop the harassment on the wings. He's got PPSH upgraded, so we have a commander selected by Barton. We have a move into the center. The sniper's in a bit of trouble, out of position. But I think there are enough Kraut forces there that these guys will not be able to do a cutoff, and they retreat very quickly. They know it's going to be a tough path back home. And will they too survive? And what's great about that move is that he spots the pack position. So, you know, Fog of War is off. He just ran right by there. He knows exactly where this pack is and where it's pointing. So this T-70 just got some great intel. Barton follows with a Doctrine mortar, the 120 millimeter mortar squad. He can perhaps use that to dislocate DevM's pack. All right, what's coming next from DevM? Gotta hop over to find out. Anything building? Not quite yet. We have teching up to battle phase 2. All right, we don't want to miss this action in the center. We're trying to repair the half track. Barton's starting to get some action going with his T-70. It has 2 infantry kills. These guys are going to garrison and stall. T-70 fails to kill them in the first shot. Sniper spotting from the second floor of this house. Pack repositioning. Now, let's turn off the Fog of War and see what Barton sees. He's got these guys in here, but they're kind of blocked from the high hedgerow. This guy can't see past all these buildings. I'm hearing things blowing up. I think we have another conscript 18 nades. We have another damaged engine. Barton still hasn't located the pack, but will these guys find the pack? They still haven't found it, so Barton must be a little suspicious. Where is this pack? As they hop in here, they finally see it. So now he's got eyes on. I'm going to turn the Fog of War back off. Those conscripts did their job scouting. The Grenadier nade was into that house. They hop out and avoid it nicely. We're seeing some very high skill play from both players. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I have no complaints. This is going to be excellent. The mortar's moving into position. Some strong PPSH squads are moving in. DevM has to retreat. His sniper took way too much damage. Let's see how he'll try to heal him up. He's got a couple different options. The Flammenwerfer's back up to tip-top shape, and they're starting to engage. This is some double vet conscript action on single vet Grens, and the mortar is having an influence, killing a couple of Grens, forcing them to immediately retreat. How close can these conscripts get? Will the nades come pouring in? Look how quickly it kills dudes. Guys are dying, getting vet, double vet, mortar shots are falling. These Grens are trying to stay in and provide a buffer. An 18 nade goes in again, another damaged engine. Where are DevM's Pioneers? Uh-oh, now the mortar's starting to work on the pack. It needs to reposition. It does not want to get taken out completely. It can reinforce. He has to keep the unit alive. This mortar could be exactly what the doctor ordered. Second T-70 on the way. Now we have enough. My voice is starting to fade. I better be careful. Try not to get too excited, Ami. I was sick this week. Luckily, it hasn't gone to my head yet somehow. So hopefully I can survive this night. We might have to whisper. The 2 T-70s are here. This one's using the spotting scope. Put the Fog of War back on. What can he see? Nothing yet. He's firing blindly into the Fog of War with his mortar. DevM has been smart. He's repositioned. Where is his pack, though? The caster can't even find it. Where has he hidden his pack? Here it is. It's hiding behind a tree. We all know where it is. It's firing away. Because guess what, folks? Packs don't have hold fire. It would be nice if they did. Or tell them to stop shooting at these freaking Pioneers. And so that was a rough break there. The retreat path on the Grenadiers, they went west instead of north, and they were annihilated. The mortar is still working at this position. Now he's finding some targets. Uh-oh, another round coming in. I heard it launch. Where's it going to land? Over here on this tree. No, not too much damage done. I see we have the spotting scope out at the top. Barton's really trying to get eyes on. The sniper working alone in the north. Where are DevM's units? He's a bit static right now. We don't really know where his push is going to come. I guess it's happening up here. But there's a T-70 there to stop it. And oh, it insta-gives the sniper. That is a huge break and a very big kill. You saw the 400 plus XP. This is a happy T-70. That sniper was wholly ineffective, but now we've reached a completely new stage of the game, and DevM, as the exhaust is squirting, this huge Panzer IV is hunting T-70s. Can he get the kill? The T-70 is small, but he's quick. He's on a red cover road. That means he's going to be fast. Is he going to be able to escape? Whoa! The P4, what happened? He didn't give as much chase as he could have. A little bit conservative there. There wasn't really anything to get in his way. Meanwhile, in the center, we've missed that Barton has moved in and cleared the pack. his PPSH squads are doing excellently. And what is DevM going to do? He looks a little bit confused as to what the game plan is. The P4 was repositioning, although they're definitely close enough, and there is the 18 nade. DevM didn't really want to suffer that. I mean, that's why he didn't chase the T70, I would assume, because he didn't want to be delayed by an 18 nade. Now he's got to sit there and repair it as Barton is cutting off the center and killing the half-track with DevM's pack. So this is really becoming a nightmare for the Wehrmacht player. He is being cut off to the right. His munitions will be suffering. He's got no fuel coming in. He hasn't even got the north. We have a T-34 on the field now. Barton's army is massive. He's preserved every single unit. I don't think he's lost a squad in this game. Look at, he's got everything he started with and more. Good stuff from Barton. The mortar did have an influence. It made the forces move around. But really what we can talk about in this game is just excellent unit formation from Barton. You know, using the spotting scopes on the T-70s, having conscripts lead them into the fights, spot the pack positions that moved. If you remember when the conscripts hopped in here and found the pack, that was all very nice unit formation, combined arms from our Soviet player BartonPL. Now it's getting to be crunch time for DevM. This push has to work or he's going to be in trouble. He won't be able to come back. He needs to get back onto the field. Hoorah for position from the conscripts. They want to get out of the range of their own friendly fire. The mortar's plugging away. Let's see. He's got 5 kills. That's significant. That's nicely played. Look at that. Sorry, scratch that. Make it 8. We all saw that kill go in. That was huge pain for DevM. He's got to retreat. The half-track's no longer there. And Barton is all over our Season 4 champion.
Awaiting command for orders.
We are bleeding, comrade! The armor is engaging us!
Nice pre-retreat vault by Barton to get his units into a better position, and they might not even retreat. They might just hang out. Oh, nope, they're going to retreat. Go back and get some heals. Thought maybe they could harass this point. Here's where the action is. The big tanks are facing one another. DevM's getting into it, but Barton's got all the support. I mean, he's even got a captured pack to fall back to. So I just don't foresee. There's a new pack out from DevM. It's probably a good build. Barton's got all sorts of tier 3 units that DevM will have to deal with. A lot of misses happening from both players. Not a lot of lives lost. They jockey into position. There was a bunch of squads, guys dying. 2 Brents died. DevM getting a little too far forward. Just way too much heat there. And look at these conscripts. They're in so deep. They're working on clearing the pack. It's down to 2 men. Grenadiers have to rush back. It is cleared. And now this mortar just pounded its position. Let's see if Barton gets a good round off with the mortar. Here they are firing away. It's practically point blank range for them. DevM knows he's trying to get to a new spot, and he walks right into the mortar shell. We have some kind of off-map ability called. I think that's what is it going to be? It's a strafe from DevM. Wow, these 2 packs are facing one another. And Barton's pack is shooting at infantry. And DevM's pack is shooting at Barton's pack, which now has 6 dudes, or had, should I say. There's a nice nade over the hedge at this mortar that's killed 9 guys. It's been a great call-in. He's just going to retreat, heal up. DevM straight, killing members of that pack. He's making a little bit of progress. Oh, the pack is cleared so quickly. These T-70s are great against infantry. Can the P4, who is very damaged, wow, look at the strafe coming in and annihilating this house. The T-70s are going to squirt out of there as the P4 retreats. Support is on its way.
Taking fire!
But Barton retains his stranglehold at the center. He's even got some mines down. He's oorahing at the center, but he doesn't like the look of all those guys coming and the strafe that's still loitering.
Awaiting command. Mortar
These guys are all healed up, backed up to 6 men. Has Barton lost a squad yet? Has he lost a squad yet? I don't think so. Excellent unit preservation from our Soviet player. DevM making a move into the center. He would love to cap that center VP, but the infantry is there to meet him. Nice prediction by DevM. Still got that crazy micro, getting out of the way before the Molotov even landed. But his infantry can't handle all these upgraded conscripts and their PPSH automatic weapons. Uh-oh, another off-map ability coming in. This time it's from Barton. And it is another strafe. And it does an unspeakable amount of hurt to the German infantry, annihilating 2 Gren squads on its first pass. Whoa, GG. DevM throws in the towel. I don't know if that strafe was even necessary. Barton was in a perfect position with excellent squad play and unit preservation. He probably could have done it without that, but that was the last nail in the coffin. That strafe just knocked DevM to the canvas. So, Soviets win game 1 of this. I'm gonna come right back at you with game 2. The sides will be reversed. See you in a second.